This week's Chelsea's training video is a particularly interesting one because it shows the Blues on their epic journey to Kazakhstan. It's funny to see them all getting tucked up on their private flight ready for 8 hours of travel. Also included in the content is some footage from the training back at Cobham. The majority of the first team were left to rest and recover ahead of Sunday's game, but there were some interesting absences too. Players who neither travelled to face Astana nor trained ahead of Brentford. As far as we can see, there's no Nkunku, no Mykhailo Mudryk, no Joao Felix and no Romeo Lavia. If none of them are ready for tomorrow, that would really do some damage to Enzo Maresca's plans. Considering Pedro Neto is suspended, in attack, Noni, Madueke and Jadon Sancho would start, without much to replace them on the bench. Tyrique George might get a call-up and a late sub-appearance if we're winning, or Cobham could be moved to the right-hand side at some point. If Romeo Lavia is out, we would likely see Enzo Fernandez and Moises Cai as the two midfielders, with Malo Gusto playing at right-back in the setup we saw earlier in the season before Caicedo playing inverted became the favoured system. Keane and Dewsbury Hall would likely be restored to the bench to fill midfield gaps, despite being one of the players who went to Kazakhstan and back. We should have more than enough firepower in the starting team to beat Brentford, but we won't be able to rely on a comically stacked bench later in the game as we have been able to in previous games this season. In other news, number 1. Chelsea have hired senior scout Charlie Hutton from Brighton. He previously spent nearly 5 years with the Seagulls, with a 1-year stint at Sunderland in between. Number 2. Todd Boehly has been accused of committing fraud in his takeover of the Golden Globes in a lawsuit. An anonymous group of former Hollywood Foreign Press Association members has submitted a legal filing to the California Attorney General's office. Number 3. Brighton value Joao Pedro at around £100 million amid interest from both Chelsea and Liverpool.